What makes the most successful company so successful? Why do people find themselves in financial difficulties that put their lives in jeopardy? Let's find out together. Hello, this is Johan Ravino, and I would like to welcome you back to the channel. In today's video, we will discuss the do's and don'ts of entrepreneurships. But before we begin, please subscribe and turn on the notification to be notified on each new upload. From afar, it all appears to be so glamorous. You are scribbling complex equations on whiteboards, consuming cartons of Red Bull during all-night code session, and rigging the nice trading floors bell after your business has gone public and made $1 billion overnight. The best part is that you get to construct something. You can change the world and disrupt the current quo. The endless sleepless night, the progressive loss of your health and relationships, and the continual stress of being accountable for your staff, customers and investors all at the same time are not included in these daydreams. The entrepreneurial path can crush even the most steadfast optimist, and the startup environment is equal parts garden and graveyard, full of potential and literal with failures. This isn't to suggest that being an entrepreneur isn't gratifying, it most certainly is. However, there are other hazards on the path to glory. Whether you fly like Google or crash and burn like pets.com, depending on how you handle those problems, these are the 10 entrepreneurial do's and don'ts. Don'ts. Don't expect to be successful right away. It is a marathon, not a sprint, to be an entrepreneur. There will always be unanticipated challenges along the way, even if all your stars align and you have the vision, the team, and the cash in place from the start. For example, your client acquisition rate may be slower than expected, and you might have misjudged the amount of time and labor required for customer service. Likewise, starting your own business, contrary to what late-night informationals may have promised, is a flawed method to become rich quick. Whatever the case may be, the most important thing is staying focused on the long-term goal and maintaining your resolve. Don't rely on instant gratification or quick wins to keep you motivated. Trust in your project, your team, and yourself. Don't dismiss the past. While every entrepreneur likes to believe that he is a one of a kind of snowflake, the chances are that your idea has already been tried and failed. Rather than ignoring these businesses, try to learn everything you can about them. What went wrong for them? Did they fail to convey the advantages of their product adequately? Was it because they didn't have enough venture capital? Was there a lack of experience among the management team? Ask yourself how I will be different. Obviously, because I'm smarter than they are isn't an acceptable response. There have been plenty of people with Ivy League degrees and IQs in the billion who have failed to launch a successful enterprises. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you must also be willing to learn from the mistakes of others. Don't undervalue the significance of sound financial management. The single most common issue that causes otherwise successful businesses to fail is the lack of financial management ability. Two things are required for effective financial management: the correct information and the suitable instruments. There is an awful idea that money will solve all of your company's problems in startup circles, particularly among red-hot technology businesses. Unfortunately, this is not the case, and this mindset is to blame for many of the spectacular startup failures of the last 10 years. Of course, capital is critical to any venture, but it must be appropriately utilized. Taking a tried and true strategy and scaling, it is the best use of investment dollars. You've created a modest, efficient engine that produces results. Now it's time to add rocket fuel to assist it in reaching new heights. However, pouring rocket fuel into a broken machine will compound any difficulties your firm already has, but on a much larger scale and with much higher stakes. Allowing an investor to determine your company's strategy is a bad idea. Investors and venture capitalists are likely to have a love-hate relationships with most seasoned entrepreneurs. On the other hand, you require their financial assistance to realize your vision. On the other hand, what is excellent for an investor is not always what is the best for your business, which is the issue. From the investor's perspective, it's all about maximizing the return of investment rapidly as feasible. This implies that they want their portfolio company to spend money quickly to exit quickly and profitably. Unfortunately, this isn't generally the best strategy for building a long-lasting business. Building a stable company necessitates deliberate growth, taking the time to understand your consumers, applying their ideas to your project, establishing a solid brand and company culture, hiring people aligned with it, and constructing an efficient and scalable organizational structure. Don't disregard what is going on in your industry. As production processes and consumer preferences evolve, businesses have always had to adapt to evolutionary change. Rapid technical advancements and globalizations have made revolutionary transformation more common in recent years. Companies that fail to adapt can become stranded. Operate within the confines of a bubble. No man is alone unto himself. Every man is a piece of the continent, part of the main, wrote English poet John Donne. And the same can be said about startups. It's all too easy to get up in the day-to-day operations of your business and forget about outside world. But that will be a huge mistake. Employees, peers, other entrepreneurs, investors and advisors, friends and family, and consumers are all sources of feedback for the finest entrepreneurs. They maintain contact with their community and attempt to assist other entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs have feedback loops and support networks to help them weather bear markets, progress, and the up and the down of starting a business. Don't be fooled by the media portrayal of the entrepreneur as a lone wolf. It takes a village to thrive. Don't put off seek assistance for too long. Financial challenges may occur regardless of how good you are as an entrepreneur. However, early intervention may usually lead to a successful turnaround in most businesses. First, you must recognize the importance of being open and honest with your stakeholders. Restructuring frequently necessitates obtaining financial aid from a variety of sources, including lenders. They must have faith in your capacity to keep half of the contract. Thus, you must be honest with them. Before we continue, what we should do, please like and share this video to assist our aspiring entrepreneur. Do what you are comfortable with. There are far too many entrepreneurs who invest in industries about which they have no prior knowledge. It doesn't matter if you are clever or quick to pick things up. Sometimes nothing beats experience. But on the other hand, starting a business in an industry with which you are already familiar has various advantages. You will have more excellent grasp of your customers' actual needs, a better understanding of the competitive landscape, and the ability to communicate your vision more effectively to your employees, customers, investors, and other key stakeholders. Seek counsel from others. Having the most up-to-date information in every case is nearly impossible for you and your team. The most successful companies were more likely to seek outside help, such as forming an advisory board or external consultants. Another recent BDC study, this one on advisory boards, conclude that they provide significant sales and productivity benefits for small and medium-sized enterprises. Inquire for assistance. Entrepreneurship is, at its core, a leap into the unknown, especially if you never launched a firm before. In the other world, you will be surprised at how much you don't know. The same can be said for any entrepreneur at any time. The desire to ask for help is the difference between someone overwhelmed by their lack of knowledge and someone who succeeds despite it. People will respect you for being aware of your limitation and actively attempting to improve your understanding of a situation. Whether you seek help internally or elsewhere, even when they made it big, the best entrepreneurs are those who take this solution to heart and retain an improvement-oriented, humble mindset throughout, make a good strategy and track your progress. In 5 years, where do you want your company to be? How are you going to get there? What method you will use to track your progress? The most successful companies are considerably more likely to have detailed medium-term strategy and track their progress using various business performance metrics. Know what you want to achieve. Entrepreneurship is a demanding endeavor that is fraught with setbacks and disappointments. A strong sense of purpose, a why that can help you bear any what, is the most vital safeguard against discouragement. This is a question that should be addressed before you begin your business, not afterward. Aside from the marketing gimmicks, why are you starting your business in the first place? Are you genuinely passionate about the problem you are attempting to fix, or are you just looking for a quick buck? If the response is the latter, that's fine. There is no requirement for a startup to change the world, and far too many founders delude themselves into believing that their frivolous Instagram for hamsters smartphone app is genuinely making the world change a better place. Enjoy the ride. You discovered a significant need and have a broad vision for how to meet it. Unfortunately, you are working with limited resources and don't have much time on your hands. This implies that you must be blazing on all 12 cylinders, 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, correct? Certainly not. Many entrepreneurs are so focused on the end goal that they overlook the journey. Of course, it's normal to feel driven to succeed, but this shouldn't come at the expense of savoring the present moment. That period may have appeared to be merely a stepping stone to more important things at the time. Still, in retrospect, there were magical days that you may never have another chance to experience and will do anything to recreate. So be ambitious, determined, and focused, but don't forget to stop and smell the rose along the road. That concludes today's video. I'm Yohan Ravino. I would like to wish you a happy days. Would you please subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when we have a new video? Then check out our next video for more information.